Her passive gives us up to 300% melee damage and gives us a rage meter that prevents death. We're going to be replacing Ripline for Raffle Advance. We get a melee crit chance boost and you can teleport to targets, kind of like Ripline. And since we're replacing Ripline, which groups enemies, we're going to be using her third to group enemies as a replacement. Melee damage, range would be kind of important in this build. Arcane Intensify, I'll show you how to activate the additional 30% ability strength for your number 4 later on in the video. You can also use Precision Intensify to give your number 4 90% ability strength, but this will remove 60% ability strength from your other abilities. More ability strength, even more ability strength, and more on this mod later on too. Duration, more range, even more range. We're gonna need all this range for prolonged paralysis. This augment pulls in enemies every time you use your number 3. It also leaves those enemies lying in a pile for a longer time so you can juggle options on how you wanna off them motherfuckers. Now you don't need zipline to pull enemies in. Efficiency is very important in this build for how much we're gonna be using abilities 1, 2, and 3 on top of number 4 pulling from the energy pool as well. You can swap this for any mod you please if you only use your abilities when needed versus spamming them like I do. 60 ability strength after 250 kills. Arcane Battery is extremely useful because our lady comes with 1000 armor, so as soon as you install it on her, you automatically get an energy pool of 525, which prevents you from needing to use Prime Flow. Also, since our number 2 gives us a lot of armor, Arcane Battery will put our energy pool over 1000, making it even harder to run out of energy. But I say the biggest takeaway from having an energy pool over 500, not required, completely optional, is we get 37% melee critical damage, and that doubles when our energy is over 500, totaling in 370% melee critical damage. I mean, you don't have to have these shards, but let's keep it moving. Hysteria, quality of life, get some of her mobility back since we replaced Ripline, but you will need to leave this mod out of your build if you don't have at least one Umbra former for sacrificial pressure or sacrificial steel, because you can't fit all of these mods on this weapon without at least one Umbra former. Some range, toxin, magnetic, and attack speed, more range from our statuses, 80% melee damage for each of those statuses as well. Your faction mod goes here, and melee exposure for up to 240% corrosive damage. This also adds another status for conditional overload. To get the max ability strength out of Arcane Intensify for your number 4, you're gonna need to activate your number 4, activate number 2 for speed and armor, then run around for a few seconds killing enemies for 2 reasons. First is to collect energy orb for energy conversion, which is 50% ability strength for your next ability cast, and the second is to make sure you're taking damage so you can heal while killing enemies with your number 4. This will activate the extra 30% ability strength with Arcane Intensify. Now you got 10 seconds to deactivate your number 4 and then cast it again. And voila! You now have an extra 80% ability strength for your number 4. Now if you missed the 10-second window, you will get the 50 ability strength from energy conversion, but you will have to repeat the sequence if you want the additional 30% ability strength from Arcane Intensify for your number 4. It may seem like a lot, but once you get Hysteria at the max amount of ability strength, it's going to stay active for as long as you keep your energy pool filled. This is also why I put Streamline in there over the many other mods you can use to increase her damage. Her 4th ability just drains too quick with low efficiency. Appreciate y'all watching, like and subscribe. I'm heading back to the lab to see what else I can cook up for y'all. Peace!